The temple ruins smelled of old blood and lightning. For centuries, the villagers had left offerings at its broken gates, gold, wine, and sometimes, when the rains refused to come, a single beating heart placed upon the altar. They knew better than to speak his name. The earth still bore the scars of his last awakening, great fissures that had swallowed entire towns when his rage shook the land. But tonight, the heart they brought was still alive when it hit the stone, and it was pounding.
The offering.
The blood seeped into the ancient carvings, tracing the grooves of forgotten wards. The ground trembled, then silence. A hand, grey and cracked like sun-baked clay, erupted from beneath the altar. Fingers the length of swords curled around the stone, crushing it to powder. The demigod pulled himself free in a shower of dirt and bone, his body unfolding to its full, terrible height. He was beautiful. Horribly so, muscle and sinew stretched over a frame, too large to be human, his skin shimmering with the ghost light of dead stars. His hair was a living storm, crackling with trapped lightning, but his eyes were wrong. Pupils split vertically like a serpent's, swimming in oceans of bloodshot white, the curse's mark.
The first hunger.
He turned his face toward the village. They had known what they were doing. A living sacrifice was an invitation, a challenge. The demigod's first step split the earth, his second shattered the temple gates. By the third, the villagers were screaming, their torches flickering like dying fireflies against the night. The butcher dyed first his own cleaver, embedded in his skull, by a flick of the demigod's wrist. The mayor followed, his pompous robes no protection, as a massive hand closed around his torso and squeezed, ribs popping like overripe fruit. Blood rained onto the cobblestones as the demigod lifted the mangled corpse to his lips, drinking deeply from the ragged stump of the man's neck.
The curse revealed.
With each life taken, the curse fought back. Black veins spider-webbed beneath the demigod's skin as the ancient magic tried to chain him once more. His muscles locked, his teeth ground together hard enough to spark. But the fresh blood was fuel, and his rage was a fire no curse could extinguish. He fell upon the village like a living earthquake. Homes collapsed beneath his passing. A fleeing woman was crushed underfoot, her body bursting like an overfilled wineskin. Children hiding in the grain silos suffocated as his breath hot as a forge ignited the air around them.
The god's remorse.
Dawn found the demigod kneeling in the ruins, his hands dripping. The curse was winning. His skin was flaking away now, revealing the glowing embers beneath the divine fire that had once made him a god. But even gods could burn out. The last survivor, a girl no older than 12, huddled beneath a collapsed cart. Her heartbeat was a frantic bird's wings against her ribs. The demigod's head snapped toward the sound. Their eyes met. For the first time in centuries, he hesitated.
The choice.
The curse screamed in his veins, demanding her death. His divinity roared back, equally vicious. In the end, it was neither that decided. With a sound like a mountain breaking, the demigod drove his own fist through his chest. The explosion lit up the sky 4 miles. When the dust settled, the girl was alive. And where the demigod had been, there was only a crater and the faint, fading echo of a laugh that might have been relief. The villagers returned eventually. They rebuilt their homes on the bones of the old, their new temple standing where the crater had been. They left no offerings, spoke no prayers. But sometimes, on the darkest nights, the earth shudders just slightly as if something beneath it is dreaming. And the few who remember whisper that gods, like men, can learn, even from curses, even from blood,